Hello. Yes, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Right. Okay. Let's start the session. Okay. Do you remember what we have completed or what we discussed in the previous session? Right. What we have
Yes, sir.
completed?
Yesterday we talked about the IAM roles.
IAM role. Okay. So can you tell me, guys, what are the different elements in your IAM? Can you tell me what are the different elements in IAM? Can you someone tell me? There are 4 elements in IAM, right? What are they? No?
Statement, version, effect, action.
No. I'm talking about the elements. What are the 4 elements in IAM?
User, roles, groups, and policies.
Exactly. Right. We have a user, roles, groups, and the policy. So these are the 4 important elements in your IAM that we have discussed. Can you tell me why do we need to go for IAM? What is the purpose of IAM? Why we need this terminology IAM? Or what is the need of this service in AWS? Let's make it interactive. What's the purpose of IAM?
We can give an access to the users for admin access like that.
Okay, what else? Yes, if you're not answering, we'll go for video call. If you are not giving the answer, maybe better you all just turn on your video. We can have the video conversation. Can we go for? What Emmanuel? Nikhil? Everyone is in
Yes,
mute.
yes,
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 sir. Yes,
Dinesh.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Better we'll go for video call, right? You just turn on your video, right? Everyone, maybe take 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes time. Whatever that you want, you can do now. And after 5 minutes, we will connect the video call. Better. We can have some kind of conversation. Fine? Is that okay?
Okay, sir.
Sharp at 3:25. Plan 3:25. Okay. Okay, fine guys, we'll go for video call. Everyone just turn on your video. Along with that, just unmute also, no issues. If you are in silent place, you just unmute. Manville, Yuvraj, Viknesh, Fatima.
Dinesh, now office call side
Okay, no problem. No problem, Yuvraj. Okay.
Okay.
So, you engage arda prachana illa. What about Viknesh, Fatima? Will it take time or any issue? I'm surrounded with the merit, so no issues. No issues, Viknesh. Manville, time up, guys. Fine. So let's start our discussion. Tell me, guys, where do we need to go for IAM? What is the purpose of IAM service in your AWS? What is the need of that one? I can start with a Nikhil. Nikhil, what is IAM? Just unmute and tell me.
Sir, yesterday class I'm in interview, sir.
Hmm.
So I'm not attending the class.
Didn't you see the video also recordings?
Yesterday recording not came, sir.
No. Yesterday
No,
itself I have uploaded also. You just check it in YouTube. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. No problem. Monica, what is IAM?
It's authentication and authorization.
Yes. What is authentication and authorization? What we are doing there?
In authentication, we are giving the users the identity of the users to log in and all. In the authorization, we are providing the permissions where the policies will be coming.
Super. Good. It is correct. Okay. Now tell me, what are the 4 elements in your IAM? What are the 4 elements?
Users, groups, policies, and security.
No.
Under security only the policies will come.
Actually, we have a user and we have a roles and we have a group
Yeah.
and then policy.
Yes.
Right. So why we can call this group as a best practice? Did you remember yesterday I told?
Yes, because every time whenever we are providing permission, particularly for a single user, the users we are going to add the users continuously. So in that case, if we create a group, so we can provide permission for a particular group. These users can access this kind of permissions and
Suppose
all.
if you have 100 user under the group, instead of going directly, each user we can assign the permission, right? That's very difficult process. So for that reason, we are going for group. Under the group, if we even have a more number of users, simply we can give the permission to the group, thereby they will also get. So that's the purpose of grouping, right?
Yes.
Okay. Did you remember in S3 we have created the buckets and all, right? In
Yes,
S3 we are
S3
creating a bucket, right? Did you remember in a bucket we can store the objects and all, right? So what is the maximum size that we can store in object, in a single object? Did you remember?
In a bucket that will
any
be
object. In object. I'm not talking about the bucket. One single object can able to store only this amount of data. What is the maximum size?
that I don't remember.
Remember, it is an entry question, 5 terabyte, right? 5 TB. So
Okay.
5 terabyte is the maximum size which is allowable in a single object, single file,
Okay.
file, right? But we can store unlimited storage in S3 bucket, right?
Yes.
Okay, fine. I'm expecting others should turn on, but your guys are not. Better what we can do, right? Tomorrow we just plan it. We can have small conversation, discussion with respect to all the services we have covered so far. Starts with, EC2, then we'll go for EBS, and then snapshot, EFS we have covered, S3 we have covered, IAM also we are going to cover, yet to cover, right? We will have the conversation tomorrow. So just to revise everything, theoretically or practically, whatever it might be, you just to do. Tomorrow we can have 1 hour conversation. Thereby, whether in what stage we are like that, we can get to know that. Is that okay?
Yes.
As of now, just to turn off. But tomorrow, I want everyone should turn on your video and be ready. Fine.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Thanks.
Right. Let's move to our topic. I will close this one. Quickly confirm. You guys can able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Fine. Let me open my AWS management console, and sign into the console. Fine. Right. So I will log in as a root user. I have an access to everything. So let me log in as a root user. And did you remember, every day if you are using the root user, it is not a good practice. For that reason, we have created the MFA, multi-factor authentication. Is another layer of authentication we have done. So using that, I will log into my application. I think I have given some wrong number. So I don't know. Let me go YZ33FN. Click on submit. No. So once again, I will try to log in. And okay, click on submit. Yeah, I can able to log into my management console now. So let me create one user. Yesterday I told you how to create the users and all. Click on this IAM. And I will create a single user. Click on these users and click on add user. And you have to give them user details. See guys, IAM user also have some quota. So that also, if you want to understand, you can open the quota where you can understand what is the pricing, everything you can able to see it here. Right? In AWS, they have given what is the maximum quota, everything you can find it with help of this thing. Maybe I can share you this reference for you. So if you have any doubt on this, let me later. Okay. So always it is best practice, right? Whenever if you use any resources, try to delete them, try to release them, right? So you have to clean the resources. Now, let me create one user. Say this is I am user number 1, and I am user hyphen. Let me create March, which is 3 and 2023. Like that, I have created one user here, and click on this. I'm giving an access to the management console. For that, I'm clicking on this. And I'm going to create one IAM user. Click on this and click on whatever the password that it is in your mind. You can give that password. So if you want to know, yeah, I can see it here. And after this one, if you want to create maybe a new password in the next signing, you can click on this. Otherwise, you just uncheck and click on next. Now simply, I can click on next and come below. Let me click on create a user. And you got the URL in order to log in as an IAM user. Directly you will get the URL and you can see the username and I can see the password also. So when I click on this password, I can see the password here. Suppose if you want in the form of CSV file, because later if you want to retrieve this one. So if you need the CSV file, yeah, you can click on the CSV file in your local machine. Later you can refer this one as well. So I know this username and password and all. Okay, so let me. I think today date is March. I have given March 2. But anyway, no problem. Click on return to user list. And I have created one user here. So what I will do, like now I will attach some policy. Now I will attach some policy. So for that, click on this policies, click on this policy, and either I can go for AWS managed policy. It is already available when you create an AWS account. But if you want to create any custom policy also, you can able to create the custom policy. That's your wish. Maybe I will go with a normal policy. For that, click on user and click on this. I'm going to add some policy here, add the permission. Click on this add permission and add the permission. And you can see like attach policy, directly click on this. And maybe simple policy I can take like S3 read only access policy. You remember yesterday I told this one. Click on this and click on next. Now add the permission. Add the permission. Right? Now we got the policy also. Now let me try to log in the incognito window, whether I can able to access this. IAM user will check. So I already have the URL also. So go to your browser. Now, where is the user? Click on this IAM. Then click on users. And this is the user, right? URL, username. So let me type aws.amazon.com. Click on sign in and go to your IAM user and it will ask you the account ID. So I already have an account ID. I will open this. So let me minimize this and click on this, copy this account ID and then paste it over there, click on next. And it will ask you the username. So where is the username? It is available here. So username, copy this and paste it over there. And I can give the password also, right? Click on sign in. Now I can see my AWS management console, which is the root account. It is not a right. It is not a root account. It is not a root account. It's an IAM account, right? It is an IAM account. Now I will try to read the S3. Can I able to read the S3? Can I able to read the S3? Yes, I can able to read the S3. But can I able to read the IAM? Not IAM. Maybe I can go for EC2 also. Can I try EC2? Can I able to EC2? No, because I don't have an access for this one. Only I can able to read S3. Even I cannot create the bucket also, right? So this is yesterday we have discussed. Now, guys, I have a question for you. Now tell me what you understand from this term, right? How to test the users through the CLI or through them, how to test the IAM user through the management console. Management console, not only IAM user and also an access through the management console. What is your answer, guys? How to test whether I can able to access my IAM user and access the service, right, through the management console. What is your answer? What is your answer? Can you tell me?
Bro, we need to check the policy was assigned for the user or not.
No, what I'm asking, how to test the access for an IAM user using your management console. How can you do that?
We have to go to the IAM. There we have to check the usernames and all, and whoever is, we have to click on that so that we can see that.
I'm saying like you are not a root user. You are the IAM user. You are the IAM user. Now, how you can test the access for an IAM user using management console? What you will do?
So after logging in
account,
exactly. We need to log into the account.
root account and
root account or IAM account? No,
IAM
user
account.
and using email and password.
Yes. Now you can able to log in. Now, how you can check the access?
whenever we click on a service, we can.
Super. Yes.
We can
Whenever
see.
we click on any service, we'll get to know that whether we have an access or not. Now, I'm just reframing this question. Now, tell me how to test the access for an IAM user using a CLI. Now, tell me how to test the access for an IAM user using CLI. How can you do that? How can you do that?
So we have to go to this Amazon Cloud Shell.
Super. One way is we can go for Cloud Shell. What you will do there?
There we have to give a command.
Monica, if you use the Cloud Shell you will get it only when you log in as a root user, right?
Yes, yes.
Now, you don't have any permission, right, for the root user. You are the IAM user.
Okay.
Now, how you can open the Cloud Shell? See, even if you are going here, you can able to see the Cloud Shell, right?
Yes.
Yes or no? Now you are clicking on Cloud Shell, but it is also through the management console, right?
Yeah.
Here you are seeing an error, like you don't have a required permission. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Now tell me how. You are not a root user. You cannot open the Cloud Shell. I haven't given any permission to you in order to access your Cloud Shell. Is that right?
Yes.
Now how you will access your IAM user through the CLI? Right? I will tell you. Don't worry. I will tell you because you don't know this one. I know. But you need
access key or
sorry? Yes. You have to go for access key and secret key. It is correct only. Yesterday I told you. Correct. But where you will use that access key and secret key?
Root user.
Hey, Nikhil, you are not a root user. You are the IAM user. You how know like your username and password, email address, password you don't have.
Okay.
Right? You are the IAM user. You cannot use the Cloud Shell. So what you need to do, basically you have to configure in your local machine. In your local machine, you have to configure AWS CLI. What do you need to do? You have to configure AWS CLI in your local machine. Suppose if you are joining in a company as an administrator, that time, mostly you will not use the management console. You will go for command. You will go for CLI. That time, if you want to access this S3 bucket or maybe IAM user, that you need a local CLI, right? Local command prompt like that. So for that, what you need to download? You have to configure AWS CLI in your local machine. Are you getting my point?
yes, Dinesh.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Listen. So how to configure this one? Let me tell you. See, I will close this one better and I will open a new tab where you can type AWS CLI install. Like that, you can give something in Google. Now, you will navigate to this one, right? This URL, amazon.com. Click on this. And they have given the clear step, guys. How to install the AWS CLI. Guys, command prompt is different. AWS CLI is different. It's a kind of a cloud shell, right? So this topic describes how to install or update the latest release of AWS command line interface on supported operating system. They have given many operating system in which we can able to install. For Linux machine, they have given different procedure. And for Mac machine, again, they have given another procedure. Along with that, for Windows machine also, they have given the procedure. So based on your operating system, you can go for. I think most of you using the Windows machine, then you simply download this one. You simply download this MSI file. You will get it. But guys, you can download this MSI file. It is more than enough. Right? You don't need to write any command at all. Simply you can download this MSI file, double click on this and you can install. But I'm not using the Windows machine. I'm using the Mac machine. Let me click on this. So I will go with the command line installer. And I need to use this commands and all in order to download and install my AWS CLI. So let me copy this command. I will open my terminal. You guys just download. You no need to use the command terminal and all, right? And then you can use the command prompt. Simple command prompt, you can use it. Just, command V. So in this step, what I'm going to do, I'm going to download the AWS CLI using the curl command, and I'm going to install with the help of a sudo. I'm going to use the install. So let me press enter, and it is asking my machine password. I can give the password. Directly you guys can install, because if you use the Windows machine, it will take some time. Right. So I'm installing AWS into my local machine, AWS CLI into local machine. Yeah, it is telling, right? The upgrade was successful. Let me type AWS space -- version. When you press enter, can I see AWS is installed or not? Let's wait for some time. Yes. Can you see, like, it is saying I have installed AWS in my machine. AWS CLI 2.11.0 got installed in my machine. Everyone clear so far? Guys? Am I clear?
Yes, Bruce.
So you guys no need to use the command. Directly you can install a software, because if you use the Windows machine, you no need to worry about the command at all. Now we got the CLI. Now I have to configure my access key and the secret key into my CLI. How can I configure access key and the secret key? For that, you can write AWS configure. You have to use the command called configure. Press enter. Now it is asking my access key. Where can I get the access key? So go here, and in your root user, in your root account, so now to create the access key, click on this. Here, click on security credential. And can you see any access key? You don't have any access key. You have to create the access key. Click on create an access key. So which one I'm going to use? I'm going to use the command line interface, right? Click on this command line interface. Command line interface. I understand everything. You can click on and click on next. And it is asking some tag value and all. Say this is access key, like that I have given. And create an access key. Now it will generate an access key and the password, guys. It will give you an access key and password. So let me copy this access key and go to my terminal where I can paste it. Press enter. Okay. Secret key. This is a secret key. So copy this, and you can paste it over there. Press enter. And region name. So the default region name, maybe I can give kind of Mumbai region, we can give it. So in order to give the Mumbai region, I can type AP-South-1. It's a default region I can give. And in which format I need in the JSON format. That's it. Press enter. Now I can see right here base. The same, right? We logged in as a IAM user now. Now I am the IAM user. Right. So let me try. I already given the access, right, to my S3 bucket. Let me check AWS S3 space LS. I have given the read access, right? Can I able to read? Press enter. Yes. Can you see here? There are 2 buckets inside my S3. I can able to read it. Yes or no? Now I can able to access my bucket. See, you are not manually, go to the application where you have given the user ID and password and clicking on login button, and then you are seeing the bucket and all, S3 bucket. You can search the S3 bucket. But here, what I have done, through the terminal, I am trying to access. Through the terminal, I am going to access. For that, I have installed AWS CLI in my local machine. Now let me try to create the bucket AWS S3 MB space, say suppose S3 : demo hyphen maybe a bucket hyphen, what's the date today? March, right? March 03 2023. Like that I have given. Press enter. What I'm getting? I'm getting the access denied because I have only an access for read access. I don't have an access for write access. That's the reason I can able to see the error. Now suppose I will go here and what I can do better, I can go to the S3 bucket. And before that, let me go to the IAM itself. Click on this IAM. I will add one more policy. I will add one policy here. So click on add a permission, attach a policy. I can create a policy. Not create a policy, right? I have to add a policy. So what is the policy that I'm going to attach? Say I will attach S3 full access. Full access policy I have given. Click on next. Click on add the permission. Now, let me open my terminal. I will try to create the bucket once again. I will try to create the bucket. Press enter. Okay, let me close this one. Once again, will open. But okay, let me close and open the terminal again. Okay. Now, let me AWS space configure, press enter, and my access key. Where can I get the access key? That's the question. Where can I get the access key? So access key is available here, right? So here, if we go to your security credential, and this is an access key. Can you see here, guys? Once you have generated access key, we cannot access that access key, guys. That's the problem. Right? So let me just, deactivate this one. Let me deactivate this one. And once again, I will delete this one. I will delete this access key. Copy this and paste it over there and delete it. And let me create a new access key using the CLI. Come below. I understand. Click on this. Click on next. And I can give, this is my access key, like that I can give some name. Click on access key. And I will copy this. Now, let me open the terminal. Paste it, press enter. And get the password. And paste it, press enter. And it is, we have to give the region. AP-South Mumbai-1. And the JSON format I need. Press enter. Now I have logged in. Now let me try to create the bucket here. AWS S3 MB space S3 : demo bucket maybe a CLI March 03 2023, like that I have given. Press enter. Now see, I can able to see the bucket, right? I have created the bucket. Now if we go here, now before closing this one, I will download the CSV file. I got the CSV file now. That's it, done. I can see S3. Click on this. And where is the bucket? Yeah. Can you see here? This is the bucket I have created with help of CLI. So what I am saying, in your local machine also, you can able to configure your AWS CLI. Are you getting my point? Everyone?
Yes, Dinesh.
Any questions so far?
No.
Right. So let me teach you the one more topic. Now you know how to configure local CLI. AWS CLI that you guys can able to configure in your local machine. That you are aware now. I will tell you now, how can I create the custom policy. You already know how to access the managed policy. This is all AWS managed policy. But for an example, if you're joining in a company, you are the team leader, team manager, you don't want the previous policies and all. You need to create your own policy for your employee, for your developer, for your tester. Then you are creating a custom policy. For that, you have to click on this create policy. So, and then you can give the access here. You click on this service, which service that you want to access, which permission that you are going to give. I am going to give the permission for S3. Are you any services you can give it? And what kind of action that you are going to give? Say, suppose I'm going to give the action to list all my bucket. My employee has to see all my buckets, whatever that I have created. Suppose I'm going to give the access to create a bucket also. I'm going to give an access for creating a bucket also. And I'm also, not specific resources, all my ARN also they can able to see. So like that I'm giving. So after this one, can you see in the right hand side, whatever that you have done, right, it is converted into the JSON format. Whatever the operation that you are doing here, that will be converted into the JSON. See what I have done. My employee can able to list all my buckets, and the employee can able to create the bucket also. Any resources, all my resources, right? Yeah, click on this and click on next tab. Suppose if you want to give some tag name, I can give it name. Say this is my custom policy, custom S3 policy, like that I can write custom S3 policy and click on next review. And if you want to give the name also, you can give it. Yeah, it is not an option. It is, I am giving it. This is a customer policy S3, like that I have given. That's it. Click on create a policy. This is how you can create your own policy in your organization. If you are acting as a team manager and all. See, can you see? It is a customer managed policy. Now, if you want to attach this policy, you can be able to attach it, right? So already I have user. Let me use this same user. I think I can go for the different user better. Click on this user, click on add user, and I can give the one more username. Say this is I am user, maybe 2 custom policy. I have added. Click on this, and I want to create an I am user, and I can go for this is custom password. I can give it, and I don't want this one, and click on next, and I'm going to attach the policy directly. I can attach the policy right here. Which policy? The customer policy that I'm going to attach. So customer managed policy. Where is the customer managed policy? This is the policy I have created. Customer policy. So click on this. And after this, click on next. And then you can click on tag also if you want. Otherwise, you can create the user. Right? So if you want to know the username and password, let me download the CSV file. Or otherwise, I can note it in some notepad also, whatever it might be. Right? I can download the CSV file better. And then return to user list. Now can you see? This is the policy that I have created. Now I have attached also to my user. Right. Let me open the terminal, and I will create a new terminal better. I can create the new terminal. How can you configure? AWS configure, and it will ask you what is the access key. It is already downloaded, right, in my machine. I can go to the downloads folder. Yes, otherwise we have one more way also. Don't think like only one way. We have one more way also. How can I get that one? So better I can close it again. Close it again. And I will open the terminal. See. Your user ID and password, the access ID and secret key is available in your local machine itself. Let me type present working directory. And I am Dinesh Kumar, right? Let me see what are the folders is available. In that, there is a folder called .aws. The folder is available. Let me type cd.aws. And if I type ls, can you see credential? There is a folder called credentials, right? So I will open this credential also. So if I open the credential, cat credentials, press enter. Can you see the access key and secret key? From here also you can be able to get it. No need to go to your console and all. Whenever you download, right, that will be available in your local machine, which is the fixed available. So now I can type AWS configure, press enter. Now it will ask you the access key. Here itself I have an access key. Paste it. And what is your secret key? This is my secret key. This is my secret key. Paste it. Now it is asking the, I can go with the same. And I can go with the same. That's it. Now, let me try to log in. Let me try to access my S3 bucket. Can I access my S3 bucket? We'll see. How can I access the S3 bucket? So to access the S3 bucket, I can write AWS S3 LS command. Can you see? I can able to see all my bucket. Suppose if I want to create a bucket also, we can able to create it, right? We can able to create a bucket also. How can I create? AWS S3 MB S3 :/. Here you have to give. What is the bucket name you are going to give? Say demo hyphen a bucket hyphen command line interface hyphen policy, which is custom, like that. I'm giving some name here. Press enter. Yes, my bucket got created. Now if I type AWS S3 LS command, can you see all my bucket now? Whatever the bucket that I have created. So we can be able to create the custom policy also. Okay, sorry, clear?
Yes, Dinesh.
Fine. So this is how, you know, we can configure your AWS CLI in your local machine. And then you can access your AWS S3 with help of access, not AWS S3, AWS IAM with help of your S3 bucket, sorry, through your access key and a secret key. The one more thing, how to create the custom policy. That also, how can I attach that custom policy with your bucket also? So our users also, that also I have covered today. So today, you know, it is enough actually, you guys can practice, but tomorrow only, you know, we are going to interact. Whatever the services that we have covered, maybe I will collect some interview question and we will discuss those questions tomorrow. Is that fine?
Okay, Dinesh.
And also keep your laptop ready, guys. I will give you 2 or 3 tasks. I will be staying in the call. Try to complete the task until you can share your screen and show me. Please, guys, you should have the laptop tomorrow and it is a video conversation. Make sure. Don't join through the mobile. Please try to join with help of laptop. And I will give you the task also. We'll see tomorrow, guys. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.